SBI Life is a very young organization, just about a dozen years, and IT has to play a very important role.
We believe that it's a tool towards customer centricity, which is one of the cornerstones of our philosophy.
It's an insurance industry. Records have to be kept for 20, 30, 35 years. And there again, IT is the backbone, and if you have to do it well, you have to do it well.
In the first year of our existence, we did about 14 crores of business. That's the total business in the first year. Today, after 12 years, we do more than 10,000 crore business.
Also, right from 2005, we had what we call the IT and IS policy, information technology and the information security policy, and that gave a proper guideline, a correct direction on how to go about it.
When the deluge in 2005 came, and we really sort of, there was a probability of losing many data, policies and all. So we then started thinking very seriously about that disaster recovery.
In fact, that was a wake-up call. So what we decided is, let us have a disaster recovery system in place. Let it be somewhere in some other city which is not in the same seismic zone.
Gradually, the decentralization of business started happening. Processing still remained centralized.
The other day also there was a short circuit in one of our branches. It was an electric short circuit, and the branch actually was raised into a rubble. Everybody should know what his role is if there is a disaster, and how the business need to be continued. So they went to the nearby branch. The disaster, the records were reduplicated and was made available to them.
Business continuity plan has various aspects. Disaster recovery management is one of such aspects.
The idea is that if you quantify it financially, then you can prioritize your thing, and also you can set up various RPOs and RTOs to meet those objectives. It also helps us a lot to get budgetary approvals for building up business cases.
Basically, there are three parts. One is the data. One is the applications which will process those data, and one is a communication network which will access that data to enable the processing. So these three parts have to be taken care of in the disaster recovery setup, and we have done all these three parts.
I would say the center point of the DR planning is on the business impact analysis and the consequent risk assessment we make on the whole idea.
In the early days, or even maybe a couple of years back, the drills where we used to tell them in advance that this is what we are going to do. Now what we are doing in certain places, that we don't tell them in advance. We simply cut it off and see how it works.
We automated the existing DR processes, and also the recovery back to the primary site, the assumption part also.
Sanovi is actually, it integrates all the systems. It helps in analytics, it helps in doing sales administration, and it's actually you get the results off the cuff absolutely on a real-time basis.
The DR tool helps us to automate the recovery, activation of recovery, DR side, monitor the performance of RPO and RTO, and also allows us to come back to the original state, and also gives us various reports.
Which means that on a real-time basis, not only your data is being captured, but your applications which are required to run that data, that is also being captured simultaneously.
We are expecting a lot of business growth to happen, particularly in the next coming 4-5 years. In fact, we are building more headroom into the data center.
You never know when the disaster will strike. It doesn't come with a warning. So everybody should be aware of it, have a system in place, and ensure that finally it is again the customers, that their customers do not suffer.